Good morning, good evening, and good day. Thank you so much for watching Attack Power Gaming. Today we have our next deck in our How to Play all the Division series. I shouldn't say all, but many of the Division series with the 44th Strelki. I'm going to try to go back and forth between Axis and Allies here, and this is the first one on the Allies list that I'm starting with. This deck is very strong. You'll see this one get banned very often in League and stuff because it just has a lot of good tools. It's very flexible. It can do a lot of different things. If you enjoy this content, please consider dropping a like, throwing a comment down in the comment section, and hitting that subscribe button. It really helps the channel, and I love to see it grow and see you guys get better at this game. I'm really hoping all these are really helping you guys out. Let's dive right in. So, just want to give a quick update. I didn't actually post the third Fallschirmjäger battle yet because people keep quitting every time I try to play them. I've even had people tell me I don't want to play against third Fallschirmjäger, and they quit. So I haven't been able to get a game that was worth posting. I did play one game where I just got completely run over, and it wasn't even worth posting. But otherwise, I can't. So once I do, I will post that third Fallschirmjäger deck. But let's dive right in here to the 44th Strelki. With first their infantry. The 44th Strelki, their infantry is solid. There's nothing great about them. There's nothing bad about them. This is a very standard Russian division infantry. You got your Gvardias. You got your Gvardia DPs. The Gvardia DPs are considered better only because of that double machine gun thing. So having two machine guns instead of one makes the DP much stronger. They do have one more guy in their strength, which is nice. They have the PTRD anti-tank rifle, which while useful and is good at killing armor cars and stuff, it can have its drawbacks for sure. You know, you can't kill tanks with them. And you'll actually see in the battle that I play with this deck that I kind of wish I had Gvardia instead of Gvardia DP because I'm in the woods. There's a ton of Shermans, and having AT that could actually kill their tanks would have been way more helpful than the second machine gun on those DPs. So that's something to balance out and consider when choosing that. I usually opt for the DPs, but definitely if you know what kind of deck you're playing against, what kind of division you're up against, it may be prudent to switch to the normal Gvardia. I call it a squad of Avtos just because I want more close range firepower at the beginning. I'm not sure if these guys really perform well. I'm not going to lie, they did not perform great. So it might be something I switch out, maybe try the Sapri PPSHs instead because they're only 10 points. And I can kind of spam them and rush a little bit. In the Maverick, if I had a Maverick version of this, I would definitely use those instead. Tanko Tesniki are fantastic. You definitely want to take these, especially because of the M2A1 armored personnel carrier. This is almost worth more than the squad. These can be really obnoxious and really effective. Gvardia NB, again, DP. I kind of just spread the DPs out into the three phases. And then Sapri are really strong, better than the Pioneers for the Germans because they have automatic rifles instead of regular bolt action rifles. So yeah, there's the infantry. Pretty standard, solid, 92. I wish I had more in the game I just played, but I played an hour-long game with this deck, so that's a little abnormal. Recon, snipers, awesome. Always take them. Dozers, not needed when you can take snipers. I hate the 4-man recon squads. Not a fan. I'm sure someone will disagree with me. I just find them to not be anything. They're too big to recon really well because people find them, and they are too small to actually fight. So you might as well go smaller and get these guys, or go bigger and get an actual infantry squad. Snipers, these guys are not worth it because they're just rifles. They're really not good. They're just not good. Go get more infantry if you really need infantry that bad. If they had any sort of machine gun or something, I'd consider them, but I just don't think they're very good. Into the tank tab here. A great tank tab. You get Carta T-3476s. You should definitely take those. They're really solid. And then you get T-3485s in both models, the 43 version and the 44 version. The 44 version has the extra 250 meters of range, which is why I put them in B and C because I want more of these because I want that extra range, while this one only has 1,750 meters, but also gets a PCR shell, so it's just something to keep in mind. These are also 10 points cheaper and have slightly better availability. I don't really take tank commanders because I just find their availability too low, and people target them and they die. So I don't love tank commanders for the most part unless I'm in a full-on tank deck. In the support tab, I gotta click off that so it doesn't keep doing that. In the support tab, I got Ognemachiki. I always take the 2-man flamethrowers when I can. I have my card of heavy machine guns. I got a supply truck. I got commander, and then I have the SU-152, which is a support gun, like a grill or something. Your 2,000 meter range with big boom. Very useful to have a card of these when you can. I like them. They performed well for me. And then you get these 50 millimeter mortars. These are really strong if you can micro them well. If you can't, then they're not worth taking because you got to be really on the trigger with these guys. But when you are, they can help you win every single infantry combat at the beginning of the game. They're kind of nuts good, actually. AT tab's weak. I just took both cards of Zis 3s. Zis 3s are great because they have really strong HE, like because they have infinite range HE. So they're actually really strong support weapons. They're better than I find them better as support weapons than I do as actual anti-tank guns, but they can get the job done. And I take a card of PTRSs because when the time calls for it, doing a PTRS rush at the beginning of the game can really set you up for success. And also they're good for sneaking around the map, and especially when you play like armored cars in the German divisions. Anti-air tab is absolutely excellent. I'm taking both cards of the 37 mils because 37 mils are always fantastic, and then both cards of the 85 mils because they're great as AT. They can make up for your anti-tank tab lacking a little bit, and they're also just solid AA pieces as well. The 25 millimeter are okay, but with the other options, they're not really worth taking. And the ZSU M17, I don't really find these guys good because, you know, that really short range can be difficult, although if things fly within range of it, it can do a lot of damage, so just be aware of that. Artillery, the highlight of this artillery tab is their 152 millimeter off maps. Really strong, one of the best off map artilleries in the game because you get 3 charges even though it's 152 millimeters, so it's really strong. You want to take these. I hate off map, but that's what makes this deck so good. If it didn't have these, people would not rate this division very highly. And then just a card of mortars. Air tab, very solid air tab. I have the Yak 3s for my fighters. I have 2 of these. They're not great fighters, but they are very fast. And then TU are really good bombers because they're very good. They have a very good resilience. They have pretty good speed. They kill things with their 250 millimeter bombs. I like them better than these because these are slower, and then you're getting into like heavy bomber terror. Also, these are like 40 points more. And then I have the IL-2M with its anti-tank rockets. I don't love them, but I like to have some sort of AT plane when possible. So that's how I built the balanced version of the 44th Strelki. It's very arguable that this is a better Maverick deck than it is a balanced deck, but I do like playing Maverick as, a balanced as it, because I think it has a lot of good tools that can go long and do really well. But it is an excellent Maverick deck and definitely worth trying out that build as well. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much and have an awesome day.